Hello everybody, I am Jedi Jack Penguin, and today I'm really excited to be bringing you another new LEGO Harry Potter set review, that being set number 76398, the Hogwarts Hospital Wing. This set includes 510 pieces and retails for $49.99 when it released March 1st of 2022. Now, compared to last year where we saw a new wave of Harry Potter in January, we're getting this wave in March. We'll have to wait and see if we get another March wave next year in 2023 or not. I guess this is them trying something a little bit different compared to just giving us a bunch of the Hogwarts Moment style sets. We got one new Hogwarts expansion in this wave to follow up from the previous wave that we saw last summer with the Hogwarts Chamber of Secrets. You see those green roofs right there, which I think actually look really nice. This is actually the first time that we're getting the clock tower with the green roofs, which is another interesting thing to note, which I'll talk about more within my comparison video coming your way shortly. So getting right into the box art design, you get your main logos at the top, regular stuff off the side, minifigures at the bottom, and also just like last year, we get your main trio down at the bottom corner, Harry, Ron, and Hermione. We also have the clock tower again in the background. This is also kind of similar to the one that we actually got back in 2019, so that's just a little confusing. We have the full moon and we have the sun. I mean, what's going on with this box art? I mean, still, it's nice to see that they're trying there. Would like to see them return with the dark gray roofs, but I think this is here to stay, at least for the moment being. Moving to the back of the box, you take a look at the interior. You get your push tabs, which is a little annoying. Another really interesting thing about this set is that you get two of those collectible wizard cards, just like last year for the 20th anniversary. So, I mean, why is this? I mean, maybe we'll get lucky and see another series in the summer wave, because I actually really enjoyed collecting those. I already own all of them, so you guys will see that towards the end of the video when I talk about some of the other special things that are included in this set. So yeah, that's all that I have to say for the box, so let's open this up and take a look at what's inside. Looking at the box contents, you get a total of 4 numbered bags in addition to your stickers and instruction manual. Looking at the teeny tiny sticker sheet included, I like that it's small and not too big. You get a clipboard as well as 2 of these decals for the bed curtains. And looking at the instructions, we mimic the front of the box, QR code off to the bottom there. From the back you get your win guy, and you can flip right open to a quick piece count for 2 pages there, leading on to some advertisements to the previous wave of sets that we got here, just showing that you can add this in with the current Hogwarts lineup that we saw over the summer. I'll be doing a short video on that, even though many people probably have already done that at this point. And then we also just get your quick checklist for all of the different wizard cards. I own all of these, as I said before. And then a quick advertisement just for the March wave overall, which I'll be reviewing all of these sets individually, so you guys can look forward to that. And also I'll have some comparisons if you're interested in that kind of thing too. So yeah, that's all that I have to say for the instructions, so let's take a look at our minifigures and the final overall model. Now, I just wanted to start off by saying that I was really impressed with this minifigure selection. I think LEGO did an amazing job. I really can't believe some of the details that we have on some of these figures included in the set. Starting off with Harry Potter, we get a brand new and exclusive torso piece right there, which you might remember that we've seen this casual torso piece before, but this is the first time that we're actually getting like blood stains and rips in it, which is really great to see LEGO adding those particular details that really weren't necessary for this particular set. They don't even really do this for like Star Wars, for instance. So great job, LEGO, for adding these details that are really not necessary, but amazing to see included on a figure like this. You can even see it continuing to the back torso print there. I would expect to see this torso pop up again, probably in 1 or 2 more sets, probably over the summertime. Get the wand for the accessory, mid-sized legs to represent year 3/4, right there in that dark tan, following the pattern that we saw back in 2019. And we also see the 2019 facial expression with a very nice smirk from the front, and you can turn that right around, see an unhappy look from the back, and we get the hairpiece that was introduced back in 2018, which is a nice fit. Moving right along to Harry's best friend, Ron Weasley, we get an exclusive version of him, also featuring a brand new and exclusive torso piece, which we have a brighter red being used compared to the darker red that we saw, say, in the Hagrid's Hut Buckbeak's Rescue set. It looks like he might have taken off his dark red sweater just to reveal this red shirt underneath, where you can also see again a lot of the scratches and dirt and blood stains and whatnot going on from the front and the back. We also see the return of the dark gray pants, but this time we have one of those legs in the white color to represent a cast right there. Of course, he wouldn't be able to stand like this without a small stick piece. He also comes with a wand as an accessory, and the facial expression should be the same one that we saw back in 2019, with a very nice open grin from the front, and you can turn that right around to see an angry, unhappy looking Ron. And we also get the 2018 hairpiece continuing on through our year 3 version of Ron Weasley. Would have liked to see the Han Solo hairpiece, but I mean, I guess they can't make that. And finishing up our trio, we have Hermione Granger, also featuring a brand new and exclusive torso piece. I really love that. We don't get the time turner on the torso compared to the other torso print. We actually get it as a separate accessory, which is really nice to see that they included an exclusive 1x1 tile print for the time turner. You do happen to get an extra one of those, and it's also on top of a golden stud just to bring out that particular print. You can also see that we get one of those hand cast pieces over here for Hermione, which I think is an interesting inclusion, even though it's not really something that they needed to include per se, because it's not something that's generally noticeable on her character. You can also take off the hairpiece to take a better look at the back printing there. You get a lot of very nice details when it comes to, say, the dirt stain and the rumpling of the clothes there. Again, the mid-sized legs to represent year 3. And you get a very nice smirk from the front, and you can turn that around to see a more angry scowl from the back of Hermione. And we again get the return of the 2019 big bushy hair piece for her minifigure. And for our last minifigure in this set, long overdue, we have Madame Pomfrey for the very first time in LEGO form. I can't believe that we're finally getting her minifigure, and that she features some brand new and exclusive prints, in addition to that brand new hair hat combo, which again is really amazing to see included in a set like this. First of all, just discussing her accessory that's included, we get this little clipboard here, which is supposed to attach to the end of a bed, which I'll show right now, but I'll show better later. Looking at the rest of her minifigure, we get a skirt piece, which is not exclusive to her character, but previously came on Princess Leia back in 2019. Torso piece, again, is brand new and exclusive. The attention to detail here is really amazing. I'm really happy with how this figure turned out. We get the dark red arms, and we even get back printing for both the skirt and the torso piece, which is really great to see on a figure like this. And again, we get that hair hat combo, which is dual molded with the light gray and the white. You can see that better from the bottom and the top there. Really nice that we get this piece that is exclusive to our minifigure till we see it again somewhere else. I would expect to see LEGO use that again at some point for another figure. And again, torso piece, head piece, brand new and exclusive. Really love that we got a brand new facial expression and that they didn't just reuse the Molly Weasley facial expression for this figure. You can take a look from both sides, where we have one that's a little concerned from the other side. And again, just placing on that hair hat combo. This figure is really well done by LEGO. Really pleased with this figure selection. So yeah, that's all that I have to say for our minifigures. With our minifigures out of the way, that brings us to our final overall model of the Hogwarts Hospital Wing, or more notably, the Hogwarts Clock Tower for this particular Hogwarts system. In addition to the main build of the clock tower, we also get a number of smaller accessories that we might as well start off with. There's a lot of interesting exclusive prints and whatnot going on within those. Starting off with some of the boring stuff, we have a plain old chair here. I expect this is for either Harry, Ron, or Hermione, because you can't sit Madame Pomfrey with that skirt piece. Simple design, nothing too special. We also happen to get this small cart, which really isn't a cart because it's not on wheels, where we get some chocolate to feed your minifigures, in addition to some various like potion bottles. I would think that this might be some sort of like love potion referencing that scene in Half-Blood Prince. You also have another potion bottle down there, some simple designs for those, and you also get a small clip piece so you can have your minifigure lug this around with them if you really want to. Would have liked to see some wheels on the bottom, but I guess it's fine for what it is. Two more small builds included, one for a lantern here in that golden color, which we saw previously within the 2019 Beaubaton carriage set. Very nice to see that, and also like getting that fez piece down there in gold. We also have a brand new design for the top of the chest here, which features two studs. I really think that this is something we could end up seeing in Minecraft someday because it's an actual like square chest. I'm really surprised that LEGO didn't introduce this sooner. There is nothing inside the chest. You can put whatever you want in there, I suppose. Like, say you can put the Skele-Gro, which we're going to look at next, if you want to just store that somewhere. Speaking of Skele-Gro, this was a really great surprise for me in this particular set. You get two brand new prints, one on the cylinder piece that says Skele-Gro, and then one for this baby head, which is a skeleton. I can't believe that they actually made that. That's really, really cool. I love how this turned out, and if you don't know how that's connected, you have the baby head piece, which is connected using that little stamp piece down there, which is really, really nice that they were able to create something like this, and that it really works with your minifigures, which is another great thing that you can recreate scenes from, say, the Chamber of Secrets if you own any of the sets from the previous Hogwarts wave. Another kind of unique inclusion to this set is this sand blue owl piece, which only comes in one other set, that being the Hogwarts Magical Trunk, which will be an upcoming review. You get the print from the very front, and you can take a look from the very back. This is the third color variation for this particular piece. We've seen it in gold, and we've seen it for white for Hedwig. Very nice to see it coming in more colors. Would like to see it in more like regular colors instead of sand blue. Would like to see it in brown and maybe dark gray. Another long overdue print that should have actually came in a set last year, that being Honeydukes. We have the Bertie Bott's Every Flavor Beans. This piece also comes in the Hogwarts Magical Trunk. Really like that we're finally getting this in LEGO form. You also get one of those pyramid pieces in red from the very top, which I think completes the look. Would have liked to see some printing on the sides, but I mean, that's not really necessary. They definitely got the point across from the front. No doubt we'll be adding this to my Honeydukes at some point. Another interesting build is for this bed curtain here, where we get two of these 2x3 tile pieces in that lighter blue, where you apply these stickers for the bed sheet there. We also get this piece, which isn't really too common, like getting that in white. And we also get one of those sign pieces being used with the clip piece connection in order for the support for that particular piece, which I think is also quite unique. And lastly, you get two of the collectible chocolate frog cards in this set. Returning from last year's 20th anniversary wave, I got Professor McGonagall and Madame Olympe Maxime as my two chocolate frog cards. There are 16 in total for you to collect if you're interested. These also come in, again, the wave from last year, celebrating the 20th anniversary of LEGO Harry Potter. It's really weird to see these returning again in this set, and both in the Magical Trunk set. I wonder if we're going to see these return again in the summertime, or if we're going to see an entirely brand new wave. Would be really nice. Again, I really enjoyed collecting these. It is annoying that they're random, but then again, it gives you something fun to collect. And that brings us to the main build of the Hogwarts Clock Tower. Well, excuse me, it's the Hogwarts Hospital Wing, because of what we actually get within the interior of this set. To be honest, when I saw the exterior build for this set, I was really, really surprised. I was thinking that this set was going to turn out terrible due to the price range, but I think that LEGO did the best job that they could. Really, the only thing that's missing is probably another floor underneath this particular section to give us like the entrance hall sort of area to get into this particular area, and maybe even like the pendulum inclusion that we only saw back in the 2004 version. Again, I'll be doing a comparison between all three versions that we've seen so far of the Hogwarts Clock Tower in the near future. Now, discussing the individual parts that make up this set, we get one long section from the very bottom, which also feature these hinge brick pieces that allows you to actually break the system, which we'll talk more about momentarily. we get these roof pieces, which are two of the same exact build, just connected using those studs up there. And of course you get the main clock tower section over here, which also features its own gear system inside, so I really like that this is one unique piece. So if you don't want the clock tower on top of the hospital wing, you can move the hospital wing somewhere else and have the clock tower somewhere else, which I really love that you can do that with this particular system. So starting off with this bottom section here, I really like these white windows, which is kind of unique to the hospital wing layout. We also have a little bit of sand green up here with those unicorn horns and also that slope piece. I like the slope pieces over here in that dark tan color as well. You get your regular color scheme of the tan, a little bit of the nougat color in the dark tan. I also like the slope pieces leading up over here. And overall, I think it makes for a very pleasing look from the front. It even looks a bit better when you remove this piece from the very back and actually curve it. And again, this is something that we didn't see within last year's lineup for Hogwarts. We now actually have a way to curve the build, which is really nice. We're supposed to even see another corner piece release in the summer wave, which should be really exciting to see if this will actually fix the lineup that we saw over the summer, because I really did not like that single block. This could really change things up. Now, spinning to the interior of the build, you can see that we have some torches from the sides over here. And you can also see that we get more of these pieces, which were kind of introduced in the Hogwarts Moment sets. Really like getting those in this particular set, and you also see those a lot within this Hogwarts system. We also get some Technic holes and Technic pins in order to connect this to other sections of Hogwarts if you want to. Of course, it gets kind of confusing when sections that don't really require that connection feature these pins, which is just kind of weird to see it on this particular build, but for this build, I think it's fine. You can see from the interior, we get 3 of these beds here. We get these slope pieces in that lighter blue, which are exclusive to this particular set in this color, at least at the time of recording this. We get some bedside tables. One has some flowers. You get those little lamps there. And of course, you get 2 studs from the end of the beds. If you want to place, say, Ron in one of these beds, you can place Ron Weasley right there. And he's just lying down in the bed. You get one of those 1x2 cheese slopes for the pillow, and again, the blue for the blankets. And you also get this little piece at the end if you want to put that chart that we got with Madame Pomfrey. If you just want to place that at the end of the bed, you can do that if you really want to. Now, building up the roof of this particular build, we get 2 of these roof pieces, which is the same exact build where we get these sand green roofs returning from last summer, which I think is fine. I mean, we've gotten past the point where they're using it in most of the sets now. Really like getting this slope piece in that tan color, and you get more of those cone pieces in the sand green. You can see the connection using the clip piece right there and the shield, which is a really nice way to actually get that point across there. And again, same building techniques for this, and you can place them right on top of the studs that you see over here. And lastly, that brings us to the main top section of the actual clock tower, which also features that dish piece that we saw last year in 2019. Really nice to see that piece return, and it works very well to create the front of the clock tower. One thing that is different compared to the 2019 version, though, is that we get this 2x2 tile print instead of that shield print that we saw for the other clock at the very top, so that's something really interesting. I would have liked to see that shield piece return. Maybe they didn't have that print anymore, but when it comes to this print, it is not exclusive. It previously came back in the 2016 Disney Castle, and we've seen it in many other like city and modular building sets since, so it's nothing really too special to shout about. Moving up to the very top and talking about the roofing situation here, again, we get the same sort of sand green roof usage from the sides, and you can see it over here as well. And if you actually look underneath, you can't really see how these are connected, but we use some hinge plates instead of your typical clip pieces. And as we move to the very top of the build, we get more of those, say, drill cone pieces as we move up to the very top, and again, the unicorn horn being used on this one in the center. That also happens to work with the gear system that you see within the build for this section. That works along with the hands on the clock. So as I turn this, you can see that you can go back in time with the time turner, or you can have time move as it typically would in the normal world. I really love that inclusion. That's a really nice gear system, and it's easy to actually work everything out, and it's very simple the way that it's all put together. Again, you get some spots to place your minifigures if you want to have them stand in this particular area. You can put Harry and Hermione going back in time as you see the gears moving behind them. I really like that inclusion for this particular set. So placing the last piece right on top on those studs there. Again, I just wanted to show that you can remove this long bar over here. That allows you to actually give a little bit more room in the interior of this set, which I really appreciate that inclusion. It also, again, allows you to change up your Hogwarts lineup. So then, when you look at the front, you don't have just one static brick blob there. You can actually add a little bit more movement into your castle system, which is something that was really needed for that 2021 wave. I'm really happy that we're finally getting some sets to fix that, both now and in the summertime. So overall, for $50, I think this is definitely one of the better sets in the new Hogwarts lineup. For one thing, it adds a little bit more movement into your castle lineup, which is something that was really missing last year. I'm excited to see what sets in the summer help us add a little bit more to this lineup in terms of this movement. It's something that is definitely necessary considering how much of a giant brick blob it was last year. I also think LEGO was over generous with a lot of the different accessories included in the set. Some of the brand new and exclusive prints for, say, the Skele-Gro, even the Birdie Bots Every Flavor Beans, that brand new owl print there. Our minifigure selection, your main trio, who are all exclusive with brand new and exclusive torso pieces that really weren't necessary for the set, but I really love LEGO going up and beyond when it comes to their minifigure selection. And also, again, Madame Pomfrey, long overdue minifigure, really happy that we finally got her. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say in this video. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, what your thoughts are on this set. Also remember to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so every time I upload a new video. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye!